And basically controlled pairs is taking the 6 fundamentals of marksmanship and training yourself to do a follow-up shot. Now a follow-up shot could be you fire one shot, the follow-up shot could be one more shot, or it could be a whole magazine. It depends on each situation. So controlled pairs are basically learning to continuously always remind yourself to prep the trigger. So imagine I have a firearm in my hand and I'm about to fire a shot. So I have my feet about shoulder width apart, shoulders in front of hips. I have my hands extended out. My finger is off the trigger and on the frame until I'm up on target. Now I'm up on target, my finger's on the trigger. I take the slack out, I align the sights. Sight alignment's automatic. I press the trigger until the weapon discharges. And then here's where it gets important when you're learning to do a follow-up shot. As soon as that shot breaks, I let the recoil happen. I only let my finger off the trigger as far as I have to till you feel that reset. Every pistol has it, whether it's single action, double action, they have revolver, they have that reset. You'll feel it. You've let the trigger out far enough where the sear resets. Now as soon as you feel that click, you take the slack out, you automatically are already aligning the sights, and then you prepare to fire the next shot. If you are firing the next shot, you continue that gentle press to the rear, keeping the sights aligned, and you let the pistol go off. You know the trigger's reset a couple ways. The best way is to get the feel of it. You let the trigger just out far enough, and you can feel a click with most guns. You can feel a click with most guns. It's all about keeping your finger on the trigger. If this finger is the trigger and this is my trigger finger, if I take it off the trigger, then look at all that distance where I build up speed. One of the analogies I like to use is if I put you in front of a bedroom door and I told you to knock it down and I put you right up against it, you wouldn't be able to knock it down. But if I let you back up 6 feet, you could hit that door so hard you'd probably split the door jamb and knock the doorknob off the door. That's what you don't want to do. You want to keep your finger in contact with the trigger, just let it out just far enough to reset, then take the slack out, sight alignment's automatic, let the gun go off again. And as soon as you feel that click, you start taking the slack back out. If you're doing a second shot, or if the situation calls for you to take another shot, a second shot, a third shot. The third shot is just like the second shot. You keep your finger in contact with the trigger, you let the slack out once the round breaks, you're controlling the recoil, you feel that bump in the trigger, you start going back towards the rear of the trigger guard, a slow, smooth, gentle pressure, not force, gentle pressure. You feel that little bump, you let the pressure apply, the gun goes off. Reset, sight alignment's automatic, keep your finger in contact with the trigger physically so you don't build up that speed, closing that distance. Gentle pressure to the rear, directly to the rear, let the gun go off.